academics, lifestyle, trends. Welcome to the Random Conversation podcast. I'm your host, Miss Jennifer Onyeke, and I'll be taking you on. Hi guys, welcome back to the pod. Once again, welcome back to Random Conversation podcast. So I normally don't do this, but I decided to. So like the last time I had the first guest, Chindi Awa, and she talked to us about covenant friendship, the meaning, values expected, etc. And this time around, I have a new guest, Goodness Purelight. And please, I just want to give a notice. In case you notice certain network glitches, our voice shaking at some point, please consider it to be Nigerian network. It doesn't have anything to do with me or with my guests. It is network. So for those that I might get some critique coming to tell me, okay, this one or that one happened. Yeah. So this is just what's it called? In books they call it epilogue, the backstory of how everything happened. So just so you know. So do have a great time listening and don't forget to share with your friends. Bye.
Question is, are there any potential pitfalls or challenges that you think people might face when seeking or maintaining covenant friendships, and how do you think they can navigate these challenges?
Okay, definitely. I think you can where people are. There'll definitely be differences and misunderstandings, and so things come up, right? But I think the very first thing we should have in mind in any friendship is that the Bible says love covers a multitude of sin, right? The truth is that you cannot expect to have friends that are perfect or that just have all you want, like that check all your lists, like they're exactly what you want them to be. Definitely not, because it's not just possible. So your friends are definitely going to get on your nerves, and things are going to happen, right? But the foremost thought we should have in our heart, in any glitch or misunderstanding, we shouldn't have a revenge mindset. Don't have that mindset of she did this to me, he did this to me. How can I of anger and wants to pay back and thinking, okay, after all I've done for them, they are doing this to me, they are acting this way. I mean, we get angry and we get hurt, and all of those things can happen, but don't have a revenge mindset. Instead, have a mindset of have a love mindset. Have a mindset that thinks, okay, what happened, right? How can I speak with this person? How can I get to the root of this issue? How can I see it from their own perspective? I feel like in every relationship, right, one key thing that would really help is vulnerability and authenticity. Not with someone who you can be vulnerable with and say, okay, this is how I feel. I'm not happy about this, right? I didn't expect this of you. And then I'm like, okay, but I know I trust you. I didn't think you'd do that intentionally. So can you tell me what happened? Why did you act this way towards me? Or why did you do this? Do you understand? And then the person can open up to you. So that I hate fake friendships, because you guys are just there for the show. But when things really get down, you cannot sit down together or talk over it. That's really bad. So authenticity is very important. Someone that you can be real, not that you just be packing all the feelings and just storing it somewhere in your heart, and one day you just explode. So don't have a revenge mindset. Have a mindset of love and a mindset that wants to sort things out and really see from the other perspective and express your feelings rightly, but then really willing to look at the other person on, right? I also feel like to have this kind of friendship, we do really need to be led by God, because I've learned on my own work, on my own journey in life, that you cannot really tell who people are. Someone could be smiling with you, laughing with you, but man, they don't even like you at all. So you can't really tell who people are. But God knows everyone, right? And not everyone good is for you. So it's not even about them being bad. Not every good person is for you. So knowing that, okay, I know God asked me to be with this person. I know God brought this friendship together. So when you understand that God brings something together, you're not quick to break it. You're not quick to come between what God has put together, right? You go back and say, okay, if God put us together, then He definitely has a purpose. So let's sort this out so that we can achieve what God wants us to achieve together. If that makes sense. Yeah.
Okay, so authenticity, understanding that your friend can be flawed, and then understanding. Got it. All right. Based on what you said now, do you think it is possible to have multiple covenant friendships, or do you think there is typically a limit to the number of this relationship that one can have?
To be honest, I don't think there is a limit to it, right? But I believe that we don't need it in our inner circle. But at the end of the day, it all boils down to personality. For me, I like the idea of being around plenty people. Like, I don't just like having one person or two persons. I like when we are five, when we are seven, when we are eight. I just like being around a lot of people. But someone else is like they're introverted. They want only just one person or two persons. Do you understand? So it depends on the individual
Yeah.
too, and and how God also leads them. So I think that we should not try to feel like, okay, I already have two friends, so I don't want any more friends. No, open your heart and have as many as God leads you to. And one thing we have to also know is that not all friendships are long term. I think this is something we need to say. Not all friendships are long term. Some people are in your life for a season. Some people are sent to your life for an assignment for a season. And once that assignment is done, you find that over time you guys just drift apart. And you're wondering, okay, what's wrong? Like, we didn't quarrel, we didn't fight. I'm trying to get us back together, but we just keep on drifting. So it's important to know, okay, that's why it's good to be led by God, because you can say, okay, God, is this person meant to still be in my life? Is this a seasonal friendship? Is this like a one time assignment? Do you understand? Because sometimes we try to hold on to things that we should actually let go of, right? So I think there's no limit to how much we can have, and as we grow and as we learn, as we evolve, we need different people at different. Not everyone will be static. Not everyone will always be there. But however you are led by God and you open your heart to receive. It's fine to have as many as you want. Yeah.
So it just depends on the individual. It's an individual choice. It's not
Yes.
a matter of having a limit or anything. Okay. Okay, this one says, what advice would you give to someone who desires to form a covenant friendship but is unsure on how to go about it? Because I remember earlier you said that covenant friendship are divine friendship. So now we know that for every person, there's a person for you, there's a friend for you at this season, there's a friend for you at this point in time. And some people find it difficult to even start to talk to someone, talk more of establishing a divine friendship or a covenant friend. They don't value friendship that much to think that, okay, this person is supposed to be in my life. So what advice would you give to such a person on how to form such friendship?
To be honest, I've said to be honest like several times now. But this is a very crucial question, right? This might not sound nice, but if you're looking to cultivate covenant friendships, good friendships, right? Divine friendships, it starts with you. It starts with yourself, and it's your own relationship with God, right? Because in your relationship with God, you're going to get perspective on who you are, and that relationship with God gives you a healthy relationship with yourself. The truth is that when we don't have a healthy relationship with ourselves and a good esteem, a good perspective of who we are, we find that we run to people for approval and for fulfillment, and not the good fulfillment, but like a selfish, to fill up our selfish needs, to fill up our voids. Yes, we want people to fill up our voids and to for our own selfish reasons, because we don't feel complete, we don't feel enough, we don't feel fulfilled. And I can tell you that people are not going to make you feel enough. People are not going to make you feel fulfilled. People are not going to make you feel like you are better than who you really are. Right? So it starts with you. Because what happens is that when you're not healthy enough, you find that you start to sabotage even good friendships. Knowingly or unknowingly, you start to sabotage good friendships. So having that relationship with Jesus and spending time with him and having him feed you on who you are, on who he's called you to be, helps you see clearly. And then when you're in that place of health, right, with a healthy mindset, mentally and emotionally, with the right attitude, right, also, can we talk about the fact that you need, yeah, a certain level of character character attributes you need to have a good friendship. There are character traits that would break any friendship, no matter how good the friendship is. So if you don't even have the good, even if you don't have good character traits, you find that people don't really want to stay with you. They're not really endeared to you because you're not exhibiting the right energy or the right vibe, as they'll say. So it starts with God and you yourself. And once you're in that place of emotional, spiritual health, you can begin to ask God to lead you to the right people. I want everyone listening to us to know that God has people He has ordained to be in your life. Sometimes when we think about people that are supposed to be in our life, we just go to our spouse, like God has the man for me or the woman for me. No, but beyond that, God has people. It's not just your spouse you need. You need other friendships, right? As we've talked about friendship, God has friends He wants to be in your life. And if you trust that He's going to send them your way, and as you stay with Him, as you stay with yourself as well, He's going to send the right people your way, and you can, with God and with them, cultivate that friendship. Another thing I would say is just be yourself. Don't try any person that will make you have put on the face that's not who you really are. It's a red flag. You need to ask yourself, am I my authentic self when I'm in this? Does this person make me feel free? Do I feel a need to pretend or to put up a show? Or can I just be me? Those are things to consider
Okay.
too.
Friendship impacts other areas as our romantic relationships, our family, and our professional pursuits.
I would really say that something about friendships are, should I call it, a good addition or good flavor to your life. They help you, they push you to be better than you are. You constantly have people who tell you that even when you feel like, okay, I can't do it, like you can do it, you have people who stand by you, who are by your side, who are there to stand with you, push with you. So I think that when we know that we are not alone, we are not doing life by ourselves, when we have that constant affirmation that we have from good friendship, it helps us to be visionary. So many times, people who just live their lives, like people who are depressed and lonely and have all of these issues, you find that many times they lack the right people around them. They lack the motivation that comes from having good friendships. They lack the joy that comes from that. And so there's a level of fulfillment and connection that friendships give us that help us, that keep us on our toes. And when it comes to every decision we make in our life, whether it's in our major decisions or other decisions, we have people that we can say, okay, I'm thinking about this. What do you think? These are the odds. These are the odds. These are the good parts. These are, just people that you can listen to or that you can get counsel from. People who truly want the best for you. People who are constantly just present and pushing you. The truth is that sometimes when we think about friendships, we might feel like we get of our problems, but many times we feel like that. But just having people that even though they can't solve your present, they are with you. It really does a lot. It contributes to our overall well-being, our ability to go far and make our dreams come true, and our lifestyle in general.
Okay. Okay. We've actually come to the end of the questions I have for you for this session. And like I just said earlier, that I'm super happy. I'm so sorry we were not able to record as much as we want to. So, guys, my apologies. Network glitching. Network in Nigeria is. If you're listening from wherever you are listening all over the world, I'm sorry if you notice some glitches along the line. And like I also said, I chose because I think it's very important. We live in a world that is full of lonely people. people feel lonely, many people feel left out, many people feel like there's no one to stand by their side, to hold their hands during pain, during trials, during tribulations. And this in turn makes them to, this phrase where they say hurting people hurt people. Exactly how most of these people are. They didn't get the kind of love they were supposed to get. So now where does friendship come in? Friendship come in to add colors to your life, train you, to make you learn certain things. That is why it's always good to be very intentional about anyone, because they somehow, somewhere, their traits, their behaviors off on you. The way they respond, some of the things they say. Like now, I think someone texted me, that was 2 or 3 days ago, and the person was like, I'm beginning to sound like a particular person in my life that went. I'm like, how? This is my voice. And the guy is very, like, he's pushing it. He's like, you sound like her. And I'm saying, I don't sound like her. But I wouldn't know, because he probably is seeing us from a particular angle, and then it might even be true that I'm beginning to sound like her because I stayed longer with her than I do with other people. Yeah. So friendships are very, very important, and but I think the ball is friendship chosen by God. There's something God does, that He tells you when their time is out. If you're someone that actually listens to Him, if you're someone that hears, He tells you, and He selects those that He knows that one way or the other there's a lesson to very. I'm so observant and cautious to the point that I know that every person that steps into the purpose they are meant to fulfill, there is something they are there for. If they are not there to teach me how things are done, they are there to make me learn certain lessons. And sometimes it might end up in ugly situations. I mean, the person might end up making me hate them, or they hate me, but at least I learned something from them. At least I was able to be impacted one way or the other, good or bad. Not bad like smoking and drinking or something like that, but I mean, you know how you can have a beautiful friendship with someone and then it ends in a bad way, maybe over money or an argument or just silly things that ordinarily are not supposed to end. So I had to pause. I have seen most of your stories. I have seen some of the friends you have, and I admire what you share with them. I like the way you talk about your friends. I like how, especially when you post them, they are really nice. And not many people have things like that in their life. Not many people have someone they can run to in situations like that, but you do. So it's. I think this topic is so impactful that if no one learns from it, even from the little time we have left, then we'll be learning. Get me? So I'm so grateful to you, Pure Light. I am grateful for your patience. I am grateful for your resilience. I mean, we've recorded this thing 1,000 times. At some point, me, I even felt like giving up, but you were like, no, we are going to record it again. It does not matter. And I'm like, I'm so grateful to you. God bless you. God bless you abundantly. I don't know if there is anything you would like to our audience, maybe drop a word or two for them to just grab.
Okay, I would say cliche, right? I would say I feel like, particularly with the wrap up of the year 2023, I just kind of sense that there are a lot of people who are feeling this level of I don't know that I would call it hopelessness or despair of, okay, maybe they didn't achieve their dreams, their goals, but also people who just feel lost in just feel lost in, like, in everything. They can't really tell what's happening with their life or where they are going to, and everything just seems to be hazy, right? And I just want to say, because I can really sense it. I just want to say that God loves you and He has a plan for your life. And I've realized that sometimes we try to make God's plan work. We try to work out God's plan. But God is so faithful that even if we are in doubt, He works out His plan for our life by Himself. And so I think I would really counsel everyone listening to us to just surrender to God, even though you don't understand, even though it's hard, and just choose to trust Him again, no matter what you've lost, no matter what you've been through, and know that He's working things out for your good. He really is. He's working things out for your good. The plans He has for you are good, and every area of your life, area of your life, He's concerned. There is no prayer that is too stupid or that is too little or that is too big. He's really concerned. and he knows what's best for you, right? So you can trust him. That's much I'd say.
Guys, don't forget to follow us on our social media platform. Okay, for now, so just go check us out there. For the meantime, you can also check us out on Spotify, on Anchor. These are the two current streaming platforms we have for now before we expand to Apple and other areas. And then I also want you guys, if you're a lady listening to this, I think you should go follow Girls in the Wood. She's Purelight is doing such an amazing job. I've been watching her videos. I've been following her up from time to time. I've been seeing the things she's trying to do because I think I know men have their own problems. They have things they deal with, but it's we women are much more emotional, and there are certain mistakes we make at any age, at certain age of our life, certain stages of our life, in marriage, in friendship, in relationship, and sometimes these things leave us broken. So Pure Light is a pastor that deals in that area in terms of bringing healing to a community of women and girls that are in that stage, in that place where they feel lonely, they feel like God has abandoned them. I don't believe God abandons anybody, but let's just move on from there so that we don't keep this podcast long. So go follow Girls in the Wood. I believe their page is GITW, right? Right, Pure Light has a page.
The page is we are girls. It's not wood, it's woods. WOODS.
Okay.
Girls. Yeah,
Okay.
Instagram, every social media, girls. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. So, guys, we've come to the end of this episode. Thank you, Goody. Thank you for being patient with my network and with your network too. I'm so grateful. Thank you, and do have a wonderful day.
You too. Bye.
Bye.